says, for my sources, vocal Twitter employees on internal chats indicate their biggest fear is Donald Trump being unbanned. You know, I can't wait till Donald Trump says, I'm back, bitches. Just they're going to lose their crap. Welcome to the Bald Brad Show. Folks, the Twitter saga continues with new leaked messages from internal documents showing the leftist outrage that's taking place within this company. You have these employees messaging one another, just totally freaking out. You have some of them quitting, some of them potentially quitting, all sorts of stuff going on inside Twitter. But before we jump into that, as always, folks, if you want to support us here at the Bald Brad Show, or heck, support a conservative, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this link with your friends and family all over social media. With that being said, this comes from our friends over at the Daily Wire, and they say here, a-hole, Twitter employees meltdown. Quit over Musk takeover, new internal messages reveal. Look, folks, I'm laughing at the title just because this is something we should all agree on. The aspect of free speech for all, not for some, but for all. These leftist snowflakes, these progressives, have had control over these social media companies for so long in dictating what you and I can and cannot say, that now that they're about to lose this power, they've completely lost it. They've lost their minds, and that's what's taking place here. It says Twitter employees freaked out, and one even apparently vowed to quit over the company's takeover by tech billionaire Elon Musk this week, according to internal Slack messages obtained by the New York Post. Look, if you don't agree with free speech, and that's what your newly appointed boss wants to promote is free speech for all, then leave. Why vow and wait? Why wait now? We all know what you are. We all know what you agree with. We all know that you want to censor the right and the conservatives. You want to censor viewpoints that don't go your way. You want to control the narrative utilizing this platform. So leave. We'll help you pack your stuff. Get out of here. Nobody wants you there. The messages show woke workers inside the San Francisco-based social media company panicked and despondent. Oh, the horror over the prospect of Musk allowing what he considers free speech to take place on the platform. Well, here's Andy No taking on Twitter, giving us the inside scoop of what's going on. He says, for my sources, vocal Twitter employees on internal chats indicate their biggest fear is Donald Trump being unbanned. You know, I can't wait till Donald Trump says, I'm back, bitches. Just they're going to lose their crap. Look, they're already fearful. They're already freaking out that Donald Trump's going to be unbanned. And it's so childish. Like a normal adult would be like, okay, yeah, don't read his tweets. Block the guy if you don't want to listen to him. Don't buy into what he's saying then. Whatever it may be. But they can't do that because they run off like raw emotion. They can't use their heads with any of this stuff. And right here, watch, read this. It says, many express strong hatred toward Elon Musk and say they're sick of hearing about free speech. They're concerned about their mental health. Oh, somebody said something I don't agree with. Oh, God. Oh, what am I going to do? It's like, calm down. Somebody said something you don't like. Get over it. Get over it. Sticks and stones can break my bones. Words can never hurt you. Did they not grow up with that saying, folks? But, you know, they're sick of hearing about free speech. These are the people who have been controlling Twitter for years. And we were told that we're conspiracy theorists, that none of this stuff's happening. You're not being shadow banned. You're not being censored. You're not being blocked and all this stuff. That was going on earlier. And then it went from that to, yeah, you know, hey, we did block you. Yeah, we don't agree with what you said. Yeah, you called a biological male an actual male when what they say is that they're a female. But even though you said an actual fact, we're going to just block you outright. So that's where Twitter formed, and that's where they went now, where they're just being open about it. We don't agree with your speech. We don't like what you said. So, you know what? We're going to censor it. Oh, you said something about Hunter Biden's laptop that could have possibly swayed the election. Oh, you know, we're going to censor that too because it's disinformation. It's not just any disinformation. It's Russian disinformation. So we're going to go ahead and just remove all those tweets. And there's a lot of people that said, look, if they would have known about Hunter Biden's laptop, if they would have actually investigated this, that they actually would have switched for Donald Trump in their voting. But, you know, again, it's to control the narrative. It's to control people's minds. This is some Orwellian stuff. And thank God you got our hero. You got the good guy, Elon Musk, hopefully coming in and is going to set things straight. Well, it says the reporter on Wednesday published accounts of the freakout at the New York Post on Wednesday. Physically cringy watching Elon Musk talk about free speech. Look, if it's so cringy, and if you don't like free speech that much, then why live in a country that promotes it? I mean, it's literally the First Amendment. It's a foundation to our country. So if you don't agree with it, just leave. And that's what I don't get about these progressive leftists like at all. They live in a country that's the greatest country on earth, but then they rag about it. They say, you know, it's a racist country. It was built on racism. It's still racist today. All our institutions are racist. All our laws are racist. It holds down people of color. It's oppressive and all these things. If you really believe that, if you don't agree with free speech, our Bill of Rights, our foundation, our Constitution, our creed, all those things, then why live here? I don't understand. If you're just going to rag on it the entire time, why live here? Now, some might say, well, Brad, you rag on California all the time. Why live there? Well, I do have a plan actually to move out, right? It's not just something I could just pick up and move out today. I want to save up and do things right. So yes, if California does not switch things, I will be moving to a different state. Maybe Idaho, maybe Texas, maybe Florida, maybe Tennessee. I don't know yet, but I do rag on it. But at least I have a plan to get out of here. It's not one of those things where like, oh, well, I'll leave if this happens. No. There is a plan set in place. And if they don't make the correct changes by the time my plan is set in stone, I will leave. A little bit different here. These people are talking about America and just crapping on it the entire time with no exit strategy of leaving the country. But I digress. It says we're all going through the 5 stages of grief. Oh, God. Like, come on. 5 stages of grief as somebody died. I mean, folks, the theatrics, okay? The childish behavior that's going on here. It's like you're talking to a teenager. I'm going through the 5 stages of grief because Donald Trump might come back and I don't know what I'm going to do. For the love of God, can you grow up? Okay, again, somebody's saying some crap you don't like. The leftists say stuff I don't like all the time, and I've had to listen to it for years. You have to listen to them go out in the streets, stop traffic, complain, cuss at people, physically harm people all the time. And we're just asking for a little bit of free speech to go on here, and they're losing their minds over it. And now they're going through the 5 cycles of grief as if somebody died. You know there's something mentally off, right? If you're talking in that type of language. Maybe I'm the crazy one. And everyone's nerves are frazzled, a senior staff software engineer posted on Slack calling Musk an asshole. Oh, brave, man. So brave calling him an a-hole when the guy wants to promote a founding idea in a company that rests in America that is an American company. God forbid somebody do that. We're all spinning our wheels. Oh, they can't fathom. Coming up with worst case scenarios. If Trump returns, no more moderation. Look, the truth is coming out. We all knew it before, but Trump returns, no more moderation. Oh, God, we can't censor people's speech anymore. What are we going to do? Oh, turn it off. It's not that big of a deal. The fact is that Musk has not talked about what he's planning on doing in any detail outside of broad sweeping statements that could be easily seen as, hyperbolic, showboating, the employee wrote. Not the place to say it, perhaps, but I will not work for this company after the takeover. Like I said, just why wait? Just leave now. Following the back and forth among multiple employees angry about the news, some warned that the communications on Slack could be searched. And so this is when they hopped off this Slack app and just started going through text messaging. The employees then moved their conversation onto the personal devices using the encrypted chat application called Signal. Employees at a video meeting reportedly pressed Twitter CEO about the Tesla founder video from Project Veritas.
How does the board and Mr. Musk plan on dealing with a mass exodus, considering the acquisition is by a person with questionable ethics?
The question of attrition, as Parag stated, one of the themes of today is continuity. And ensuring that Parag and this leadership team continues to operate the business successfully on behalf of our users, on behalf of our customers. And that has obviously been a big topic of discussion at the board. And as I mentioned, an area that is important to Elon Musk as well, because of the importance of Twitter as a service.
With no board in place, who will keep Elon accountable and how? Elon made it clear in public that a large part of the reason he bought the platform was because of our moderation policies and disagreements in how we deal with health. This puts Twitter service and trust and safety, as well as anybody who cares about health on the platform, in a very difficult position.
Twitter service, the role of our policies, and the capabilities we've built around content moderation are fundamental to keeping Twitter safe and growing. I believe that there is a lot of work we have to do to continue making that better. Sometimes that means more thoughtful moderation. Sometimes that means making things simpler. Sometimes that means changing product incentives to be able to solve problems through products sometimes instead of policies.
During the last All Hands, you said that you trust Elon Musk. The correct quote was, "We trust him." So who is we? And talking to Elon, what made you trust him?
And based on the conversation I had with him when we were excited to have him join our board, that was because as a major shareholder and an opinionated user, we wanted that voice in our boardroom so that we could learn.
Is there an updated understanding on what free speech means?
The question behind the question here, which is where might Twitter's product go as a private company in the future once this deal closes? To best gain perspective on this, as I said earlier, we'll find ways to bring Elon for a Q&A with all of you to understand better what his vision for the future of Twitter might look like.
So as you could see, folks, these people are losing their mind. They can't wrap their head around it. They're so worried that Donald Trump's going to come back and say a little oopsie on Twitter. You don't like it. You know, I want free speech for all. Oh, God, what are you going to say now? I want free speech for Rosie. Okay, Rosie O'Donnell, Megyn Kelly, I want free speech for everybody. Like, these people are losing their mind over something that's not even a big deal. If this type of stuff, right, somebody going on a social media platform that you've never even met your entire life, which you shouldn't care about their opinions anyways, because again, you never met them, that if you're going to lose your mind over it, your priorities are not straight, okay? There's a lot of things that are going to be said in life that you're not going to like. There's a lot of people that are going to say things about you in life that you're not going to like. There's people that do it to me all the time. You got to shrug it off and move on. That's not what life's about, okay? Make sure you do the right thing, make the good decisions in life so you can prosper. I'm not a fan of these leftists. I'm not a fan of what they say. I think they should be able to say it on social media so that I can create more videos and content. As always, folks, can we get a thumbs up for free speech? And lastly, what do you all think about this? Do you think it's childish? Do you think it's all these charades? Do you think it's kind of honestly like some mental instability from these people? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, folks, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this link with your friends and family all over social media. And I will see you later here on The Bob Brad Show.